Okay, we got here, we made it. Hello, welcome back to Vlogmas. I hope you're well. Today is going to be a Q&A. I haven't done one in ages and I just thought it'd be fun to sit down, to chat and answer some of your questions that you guys want to know. There's a whole range of stuff here. To be honest, I had a look at the questions like once, but I haven't really looked at them again since yesterday. So there might be some that are like, they might throw me. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Basically, I asked you guys to send me your questions via direct message on Instagram stories. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, what are you doing? Follow me. I'll put all my Instagram handle and my Twitter handle and everything here. But yeah, that's probably the best way to keep up to date with what I'm doing. That's where I share the most. Right, let's get going with this then. First question. So Lindsay asks, where will you be spending Christmas Day this year, and do you truly let yourself go and enjoy the Christmas festivities without guilt? This is kind of a hot topic at the moment for me when it comes to the Christmas guilt thing, but first off, where do I spend Christmas? So, I spend Christmas, well, kind of with my family and kind of with Jack's family. So we did this last year, but we're mixing it up again this year. So Jack and I are going to be opening our presents together on Saturday, and we'll exchange gifts in London because there's no point us taking like presents home to our families or whatever. So we'll exchange gifts in London, and then Jack's gonna go to his family home. I'm gonna go to my family home, which is in Newbury in Berkshire. Don't know if you know it. Any Newbury people, let me know in the comments below. And we'll both stay with our families until Christmas Day. So on Christmas Day, we're going to like wake up with our families, have lunch, everything like that. And then I am driving to Jack's family on Christmas Day for the evening, and then spending Boxing Day with Jack's family, and then Jack's best friend has his birthday on Boxing Day, so then we're going to go out for dinner with him as well. Last year we basically did the same thing, except instead of me driving to Jack, Jack drove to me. So now it's like my turn to go to him, which should be fun. Like, I'm actually quite excited about it. Jack's family are really fun, and I think they're going to be a really good laugh to hang out with on Christmas Day, like in the evening. So that's what we're doing for Christmas Day. And then the next part of the question was, and do I truly let myself go and enjoy Christmas without guilt? Yes. In short, I will 100% be putting my feet up, enjoying Christmas, no guilt. One of my clients asked me this week actually, Tally, how are you training over Christmas? What are you doing? And I've been so busy and I've got so much on that I went to her, I have not even thought about what I'm training over Christmas, if I'm training over Christmas, or how I'm training over Christmas. In the past, I've organised myself gym memberships, I've done all of that kind of stuff, but to be honest, I'm so tired, and December has been so busy for me work-wise that I'm really just looking forward to having a break. In between Christmas and New Year, I'm going back to work, Jack's going back to work, and my mum is going back to work, so it kind of made sense for me to go back to work. So I may well train between Christmas and New Year just because I'll be in London. So when it comes to my training, I'm definitely going to be enjoying some time off. It's Friday today. I haven't trained today because I'm tired. I doubt I'll train tomorrow. I may well go for a run or something on Sunday, but I'm really not planning on anything. I'm just gonna wake up and see how I feel. My priority right now is sleep, is rest, is relaxation. I'm just desperate to like completely be horizontal for like 4 days. So that's probably what's gonna happen. And then when it comes to food and eating and everything like that, I am just gonna enjoy everything in moderation. Definitely go check out the video I did with Rhiannon the other day where we discussed, you know, guilt around Christmas and how we should deal, like, should we be like watching what we eat and should we be worrying about that kind of thing. Definitely go check out that video. I think it's a really good in-depth discussion with Rhiannon, who's a nutritionist. But personally, no, I'm not going to be feeling guilty. For me, Christmas is about making memories, and it's about having freedom to make those memories with no guilt, no stress, no restriction around food. To me, nothing is off limits. Everything is there to be enjoyed, and some things I may overindulge with, some things I may be enjoy in moderation. I'm really just gonna go with how I feel on the day. I'm not even thinking about it too much because I feel like that would put even more pressure on the situation. So I'm just gonna go with the flow for the next few days, see how I get on. I will be vlogging Saturday and Sunday, Christmas Eve. So you'll kind of see what I'm gonna be eating then anyway. I'll try and share with you as much as possible. Right, that was question number 1. The most long-winded answer ever. Let's go on to question number 2. Okay, this is an FAQ, so I'm gonna chuck it in there. But Hannah asks, what software do I use to edit my videos? And how did I get into YouTube, and what advice do I give for people who are starting out? Well, I am still, like, I wouldn't consider myself a master of YouTube at all. I still feel like I'm learning, and I still feel like I'm finding my feet. So I appreciate that you're kind of asking me for advice. That means a lot. I still use iMovie. So the camera I'm shooting on is a Sony RX100 Mark IV. I upgraded my camera this year, and to be honest, it's an expensive one, but it's worth it. And really, this is a vlogging camera. I'm really hoping to upgrade to a DSLR camera in the new year, but if you guys know, cameras are expensive, so I'm pacing it. And then when it comes to editing, I literally just use iMovie on my MacBook, and that came for free. So that's what I use primarily to edit. I use the music I use. Always questions about the music I use. The music is from Epidemic Sounds, and it's a subscription website that has royalty-free music on there. I've included lots of the songs and workout videos I've been using on Instagram as well as on here, and I genuinely, especially when I've edited a video for like a week, for example, any of my travel vlogs, which take me ages, I get the songs in my head and I genuinely start singing them all the time. Like if I watch my Rome vlog, I know all the words to all the songs because I've listened to them so many times. I'll link everything down below, in fact. So yeah, iMovie to edit, Epidemic Sounds for my music, my camera, I'll link everything below so you can have a look. And then my advice would be, it's like anything. I personally really enjoy watching YouTube videos, and since I started YouTube, I've made a conscious effort to really immerse myself in the YouTube community and watch other YouTubers, see what I like, see what I don't like, and try and find my voice in this kind of market. Like, YouTube is so oversaturated. There's so many people, you know, doing similar things. And I watched a really good video with Casey Neistat, one of my favourite YouTubers, and he was saying like, how do you become a success in like this day and age on YouTube? And it's all about finding your voice and communicating your message in your own unique way. Which sounds easy, but it's hard. It's hard to be unique and individual, but I'm trying. And I think for me, the kind of content I want to keep making for you guys in 2018. I get a lot of requests for people to like, can I make videos about my morning stretch routine? Well, I don't do a morning stretch routine, so I'm not going to make that video. I'm going to make videos about things I'm passionate about things I want to talk about. So I love your suggestions, I love your feedback, and I appreciate it so much. But please forgive me if I don't make a video about your subject, because it might just be something that I feel like I can't truly talk about, or I'm not passionate enough to talk about it to make a good video about it. Saying that, I have a lot of things that I want to make happen in 2018 in terms of content, in terms of subject matter, fun stuff, but then also some serious stuff about the fitness industry. So watch this space in 2018. I'll tell you what, when I started answering these, when I thought I'm going to sit and do a Q&A today, I thought I'm going to get loads of the questions done, I'm going to answer quick, short answers, but I'm in a chatty mood now. I'm feeling chatty, so I hope you enjoy my long-winded answers. Right, next one. Okay, Hannah wants to know, what's my favourite Disney film? I'm not a Disney, like, fan. Huge, super fan. I didn't watch loads and loads of Disney movies when I was a kid, but the ones we did watch that I do love were Aladdin. Loved Aladdin so much. And then what were the other ones we had? Cinderella and the Aristocats. I did always love those. I love those movies. Okay, this girl, her username is Home of Cloud 9, so I don't know her name, but she asked me lots of questions, so I'm going to try and answer a couple. She says, where is somewhere you have never travelled to that you would love to go to? Jack and I are desperate to go to Cuba. Cuba is a massive thing for me. I just think it looks like it's stuck in a time warp, and I want to go visit it before everyone else discovers it and it becomes this big commercial thing. I want to go see all the 1950s cars, I want to see the old buildings, the colourful culture. I'm desperate to go. So I think in 2018, Jack and I, we told ourselves we were going to go this year, but we ran out of time and the holiday and all that kind of stuff. So I think this year is the year of Cuba. Hannah asks, what is my biggest life achievement to date? Oh, that's so hard. My biggest life achievement. I think for me it was surviving drama school. I know it sounds dramatic, but if you didn't know, I went to and trained at drama school for 5 years in total. 2 years on like a foundation course and then 3 years on a full-time musical theatre course. And I graduated like 3.5 years ago, and that was an intense emotional experience. I made some of my best friends and I had some of my hardest times, but it was an experience and it certainly had a huge impact on who I am today and my skills that I have now. I think surviving that was a huge achievement. And then when it comes to work stuff, I think my biggest achievement for me, and I always say this, is just having financial independence. I look after myself completely, and I'm proud that I work really hard and, you know, I can pay my bills and it's all good, because I didn't have a lot growing up. My family weren't that privileged, so it means a lot to me to be able to afford to live in London. I work in London, I have my own business, so I'm really proud of that. That's probably one of my biggest achievements. Joe asks, how do I start the new year in a positive way? Do you make goals or resolutions? And if so, how do you decide / make them realistic while still challenging you? Now, this is a subject, once again though, where I feel like I'm not like a massive expert on goal setting. It's not something I would say that I am really like regimented about. I often say what I want in life, and when there's things I want to do, I just tend to tell people and I tend to verbalize it a lot, because I really believe whatever your goals are, whatever you want in life, you've got to say it out loud, put it out there in the universe, and then it will come back around and it will happen. So I would really encourage you, no matter what your goals are this year, just to like tell people, write them down, tell people, start saying it with a bit of belief. I had a meeting this morning, well, a meeting / catch up with a lovely friend. We were chatting about a subject that I'm really passionate about, and I told her that, and I've not told anyone, I don't think she knows this, I hadn't told anyone out loud a goal of mine for next year, and I kind of said it to her in conversation and she didn't laugh in my face, and I thought, fine, that's the first person I've said that aloud to, that I just need to keep saying it aloud until it happens, and I just keep going after it. I state them and then I try and make it happen. And then when it comes to being positive about my goals and starting in a positive way, and I just don't make my goals like crazy. Okay, the goal I had this morning is a crazy goal, but then I kind of break it down into like little things that I want to do first. Start big and then work your way back until it goes down to really small little things that you can just try and tick off week on week. So I have a long-term goal, then I've got a mid-term goal, and then I've got my short-term goals, and then I've got my even shorter-term goals. So that would be my advice when it comes to goal setting. Oh, Nat says, a seasonal question for you. What was your favourite ever Christmas present? I know what the best Christmas present I've ever had was. My fluffy dressing gown. Because you know the one that I have that's like the light creamy kind of colour? That was a present for my grandma for Christmas like 3 years ago. That was my best Christmas present. There, got it, easy. Right, oh my goodness, I just looked at my camera and it wasn't recording. So I think I've recorded quite a lot of this Q&A, but something just happened and I don't know where we finished. So I'm just going to pick up on the question that I was in the middle of answering when I realised we stopped, okay? What are your 3 favourite things about Jack? Okay, Jack has many good qualities. Like, that guy is like a rare gem, rare. Okay, top 3 things I like really love about him. He's super loyal. If you've got Jack in your corner, if he's your friend, and if he's like team you, then you have a friend for life. Like, quick story, a few years ago, I got the opportunity to meet the All Blacks. And Jack is a huge rugby fan. So I said, and at that time, I was so ignorant to rugby, I really didn't understand the significance of the situation. So of course, I asked Jack if he wants to go. And he's like, when is it? When is it? And I said the date and everything. And he's like, oh, I can't. And I'm like, what? Are you sure? And he's like, well, I promised my friend that I would chaperone his baby sister on her 18th birthday night out. So instead of meeting the All Blacks, Jack went out in Guildford to some crappy club with an 18-year-old, having to chaperone them, and he could have met Richie McCaw, who I now understand is one of rugby's living legends. I gave him about 10 other opportunities to, like, you know, tell his friend, I'm sorry, but like once in a lifetime opportunity to meet the All Blacks has come up, like, do you mind? No, he's a better person than me. I'm sorry, if that was me and I got the opportunity to meet Andy Murray, then I would have dropped everyone else like a ton of bricks. Like, I'd have been like, see you later, I'm going to meet Andy Murray. But no, he's a good egg. So he's loyal, he's super, super, super loyal. And with that loyalty, he's so generous with his time, and he's so, and in that same breath, he's so thoughtful of other people. Like, sometimes he makes me feel bad because he's so aware of how things come across to other people, of what other people are feeling or thinking, or he so wants other people to always be happy that he always puts other people first, which is like an amazing, amazing quality. But sometimes he then picks up that I don't always think, you know, about everyone around me like Jack. And so sometimes I'm not quite so thoughtful as him and can be a little bit selfish, and he does pick up on that quite a lot. But I love that he always puts everyone first. I love how great he is with his family, and like especially his sister. I love that he cares for her so much. Like, if anything happened to her, I think it would be devastating for him, and I just love their relationship. I just think, yeah, he's just a very caring, loving person. And then finally, Jack is really funny. He's really fun. He's the life and soul of any party. Like, ask any of my friends, if you're with Jack and I's presence, we will most likely dominate the whole conversation. We love to chat, and I thought I was a chatty person. Like, don't get me wrong, I love to chat, but Jack is king of stories. He wants to tell all the stories in the pub. If we've got a group of friends around, Jack is there like telling them all. And I mean, I've heard the stories all like 20 times. I'm always like, yeah. And then this happens. He's like, don't ruin my story. But he loves a good story. And he's always got something to tell. Something funny's happened. And he's always the one to tell the jokes. So I love that about him as well. I love that he's very like socially adaptable. He knows how to deal with people. He's such a people person. And he's really good. Like, if you want him to be centre of attention, he'll be centre of attention, and he'll tell all the stories, and he'll be the biggest laugh ever. But if he also realises he doesn't, like, it's not his place to do that, he'll also like calm down and like be a bit quieter. And yeah, he's very aware, and I love those 3 things. I can't narrow it down to just 3 things though. There's so many more things, but yeah. And he's ridiculously good looking as well. I mean, come on, I'm punching. Like, the boy is fabulous. Anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed this Q&A. It was really nice to sit down and answer some of your questions. I definitely want to start doing perhaps doing once a month Q&A on my YouTube channel and make it like a bit of a feature, because I personally love answering your questions. Perhaps we could make them more like subject specific. So if you've got any like topics you would love me to sit and do a Q&A about, or maybe I could get in some experts and we could do Q&As, let me know below. And in the meantime, I need to go wrap Christmas presents. I need to go and get ready for Christmas. Especially Jack's presents. I have not wrapped Jack's presents, and we're exchanging tomorrow morning, so I need to go. But thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.